Always a pleasure to see all of you. Great connecting with everyone again. For those of you who are new, this is my routine kickoff speech at the start of every session introducing what Up Your Game is all about. So, in short, in gist, Up Your Game is a personal development community that was started in November 2015 with the idea of bringing personal development to the masses by providing barrier-free, cost-free, accessible, bite-sized, simplified learning and sharing sessions to the masses. Alright, because a lot of times when we talk about personal development, we are thinking classrooms, we are thinking lectures, we are thinking PowerPoint slides, we are thinking about time-consuming activities that cost a lot of money. So these sessions are free. They're held in casual environments such as this, where you can order your beers, your drinks, your food, take your bites, and every speaker shares straight from the heart, authentic, personal stories that are easy to digest, easy to relate to, in a very simple manner, no PowerPoint slides, no frills. So I would call ourselves the Scoot or AirAsia of the personal development industry, right? So we are frills free, but still get you to the destination, which is good, effective learning, alright? So today we are going to discuss relationships. Every month we do different topics. So the topic for this month is going to be relationships, right? How many of you here deal with relationships? Raise your hands if you deal with relationships. In different ways, different means, you are dealing with relationships all the time. So for those of you back and a bit far off, you probably hear the clash of the sound behind. So if you want to pull your chairs further up, you can just make yourselves comfortable. Floor sitting is also acceptable, so just make yourselves comfortable. Okay, so 3 speakers, or actually 4 speakers rather, 2 plus 1 couple. So the first speaker for the evening is going to be Rishma. So Rishma is a relationships expert. She is a relationships coach. She is the chief matchmaker or heart matcher, right? And so she's going to share with you about her journey. And I won't share much. I'll let her do the talking, not block me. The second speaker is going to be Rabia. So Rabia runs a magazine. She's involved in a lot of other wonderful work. And she's going to share with us her journey. And of course, we also have Jeremy and Pratibha, 2 people who have overcome a lot together, and they are going to share their story. So every time we introduce a speaker, do welcome them with a very, very, very warm round of applause, because it takes a lot of courage to be in front of so many people, opening up their hearts and their souls, letting you into a very personal, intimate space of theirs. Right? So please show a lot of encouragement, show a lot of love, show a lot of support to make it, because almost every one of the speakers was telling me earlier before this that they're nervous. So I don't think, but you see, then again, I'm nervous before every session as well, so I can understand that, right? So I'm not going to take up much of your time. I don't think you're here to listen to me, you're here to listen to them. So let me get started. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a very warm welcome to Rishma.
Thank you so much, Rahul. I really appreciate you guys all coming here today. A lot of you maybe have come from work or anywhere else. So thank you so much for taking the time. Before we get started, I would like it if we could maybe just close our eyes and move more into our heart. So we are listening more with our heart today. So if you could just close your eyes and just sit back in the chair and just notice all the sounds in this room. You can take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, letting go of any tensions, of any worries, of any thoughts from the day. Taking another deep breath in through your nose and exhaling. And just relax your shoulders, relax your scalp, and just being completely present with yourself today for this talk. And before we start, I want you to just think about if you have any intentions for today. So anything that you want to feel from today's talk, from this session. How is it that you want to feel, and what is it that you want to get out of this talk today? And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you guys so much. So I'll just start off by telling you guys a little bit about myself. So I am originally from Calgary, Canada, and I've been living in Singapore for about 6 years, and I am a love coach and matchmaker. So a lot of you are thinking, okay, how did you get into this profession? And the truth is my whole life I really struggled with love and relationships. And my whole life, this is all I really wanted. So I'm just going to tell you guys a story from when I was 15, and this is going to relate to what I'm going to be teaching today. And the topic is egoic love versus unconditional love. Okay? So I wrote it out so I don't miss any details. So my whole life, since I was very young, all I wanted was love. And I remember at the age of 15, my friends and I, we would go to the mall, all dressed up and excited to meet our future boyfriends. We would do anything to find that gaze of somebody who would be attracted to us. And it was a place in our lives where all we wanted was love. And one Saturday, we were sitting at the food court and we were eating McDonald's fries, and I was introduced to a guy who soon asked me to be his girlfriend. I was so excited that I could finally be in a relationship, something I had dreamed of since I was very young. And so 2 weeks went by and he would page me. I don't know if you guys remember like pagers back in the day. So he would page me, hey, call me, and all these things. And he would pick me up from school. And, I was in this feeling of being in love. And it was Valentine's Day. And he picked me up in his car and he took me for dinner. And we come back to his car, and in the car there is a white box. And it is wrapped with a red ribbon. So I go and I open it up, I'm so excited, and I see this jacket, and it's this baby blue suede jacket, and I'm smiling, I pick it up, and I look at it, and I see the size large. In this moment, I was livid. I was like, how dare he think I'm a size large, doesn't he know? And all these thoughts started going through my head. I was very angry. And then in that moment, I told him, I said, you know what? Like, I'm not a size large. How dare you get me this? And then I began to tell him about how come he didn't get me flowers. It was Valentine's Day. And to make a long story short, after a week, he broke up with me. And I was devastated. And throughout my years of being in love and going through relationships, this was always my pattern. I had so many expectations. I always pointed my finger to blame somebody else. And the root of it all was I did not love myself. And I did not show myself this unconditional love that I so needed. And that's why the reason I'm telling you this story is because when we don't love ourselves unconditionally, when we don't love who we are, when we don't show ourselves love, this is when we can blame others for not giving us love. So today I'm going to talk about the two different types of love. The first one is called egoic love. Egoic love comes from the root word ego. And ego is all about I. Egoic love is all about conditions. It's all about, if you do this for me, I will love you. If you buy me this dress, I will love you. If you do the dishes, I will love you. If you're happy around me, I will love you. And it's just this expectation of, you must do something for me, and then I will give you love. And this is very transactional. And throughout life, this is something that we do. And where do we learn it? It comes from our childhood. It comes from, and this is not our parents' fault, and some people have not been raised with conditional love and egoic love, but for others like myself, it was very much like, Rishma, if you get good grades, I will love you, I will buy you presents. But if you don't get good grades, I'm not going to give you a hug. I'm not going to tell you that you're smart. I'm going to be angry at you. And so from when I was little, this is the type of love that I was shown, and this is not my parents' fault because their parents would do the same thing to them, and onward. So this is where the egoic love comes from. Now, the opposite of egoic love is unconditional love. This is when you can love someone with no conditions. You love somebody if they're sad, if they're angry, you will still love them. If they don't do the dishes, if they don't get you the size medium dress that you want, you will still love them. And it is all about not blaming somebody and just accepting them for who they are. So now, for myself, my whole life, I was really, really in this egoic love. That's all I knew. And the moment I started to really, really unconditionally love myself, this is when my whole reality changed. So what I did is I realized, okay, I'm wanting love from everyone around me, but really, do I even love myself? Do I even eat healthy foods that nourish my body? Do I tell myself when I go to the gym, you're doing a great job, like keep it up? Or am I being critical of myself in every moment? Do I look in the mirror and say, you are gorgeous, you are beautiful? Or do I look in the mirror and say, you are so fat, you are so ugly? What are the words that were going on in my head when I was in this egoic love paradigm? And the truth is I didn't love myself. My thoughts were so negative and so dark. And when I started to really look at these thoughts and being aware of them and changing them and really having this positive self-talk, what happened is my relationships completely changed. So I'm talking about my friendships, my family relationships. I was able to attract now my husband, who literally treats me with so much respect, with so much love, and this is because this is how I treat myself. So the whole, moral of my story is that when we love ourselves fully, when we really value who we are, when we show ourselves love, whether it be if you're sad, if you're feeling upset, going and buying yourself some flowers, just going and saying, hey, you're worth it. Or, if you feel really angry and you snap at the cab driver and you're feeling critical about it, afterwards saying, next time I will be better. It's okay, next time will be better. And I love you is my biggest mantra to loving yourself unconditionally. So, today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be giving you guys, it's a stone, and I'm going to pass, you can pass it around. Thank you. It's a stone, and the reason why I like to give things is because it just helps us to remember, and it helps us to set an intention. So the intention that I have set for you guys with the stone is that I hope this stone helps you guys to remember to just love yourself more. And when you do this, this is when you're able to love others fully. Thank you so much.